Welcome to this crazy story. Want to know how a king ended up marrying his daughter to a pig? The king completely ignored his daughter's wishes, forcing her to marry a pig, living in a pigsty and eating pig food, and now that's ridiculous. Interestingly, the king had 3 beautiful daughters, and today he decided to hit the market himself, asking them what gifts they wanted. Eldest wanted gold, second silver, youngest boldly said she wanted a talking grape. She also wanted a smiling apple and a jingling peach, but these oddities weren't at the market. However, the king, a doting dad, vowed to try his best and soon bought dresses for his 2 elder daughters at the market. When he asked vendors, none had seen what the 3rd princess sought. The king felt utterly dejected. Just then, a white pig strutted in, claiming it could rescue the king, but only if he got his hands on the princess. The king thought to himself, "Well, I've got nothing to lose," and shook hands on the deal. The pig put its snout to the wheel, and suddenly the whole cart took off into the air. Then, whoosh, off it zoomed to the castle. Once back, it gifted the dresses to the elder sisters, but sadly told the youngest it couldn't find what she wanted. Suddenly, a loud snort came from outside the castle. The king looked out the window and saw the pig with the cart, saying it would take the princess home. But the king wasn't about to hand over his precious daughter to a pig. So he sent out a maid dressed as the princess instead. But the pig was too clever. It saw through the disguise in a heartbeat. The king started regretting the promise he'd made. The 3rd princess wept loudly upon learning this. The king, after much thought, came up with an idea to dirty up the princess to deter the pig. At the moment the pig saw the princess, it got all excited and scooped her right into the cart. It then wheeled its way home, gurgling that it would make her happy, as if this was all perfectly normal. The princess was having none of it, crying her eyes out, though they say revenge is just a keyboard away. The pig brought her to its pigsty and told her she could sleep on a mound of dirty straw. Upon hearing this, the princess cried even harder, while the pig proudly brought her some corn. She took a bite and found it tasted terrible, leading to another round of tears until she drifted off. The next morning, she awoke to find herself in a comfy bed. She could hardly believe her eyes. The once filthy pigsty had transformed into a luxurious palace, filled with ladies fussing over her. In no time, she swapped out her rags for a stunning gown, only to be led to a dining room where a handsome man awaited her. The man declared that everything there belonged to the princess, and if she wished, he could belong to her, leaving her curious about this stranger. But he didn't elaborate. Instead, he led her into a garden where she encountered talking grapes and other delights. He then asked if she would marry him. Seeing his sincerity, she agreed, totally unaware of the truth behind it all. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.